doors have been thrown open. John Black is back, baby. And I need a dog. Right now. Come here, Marlena. Hey, everybody. It's Days for Dummies. It's not John Black. Drake Hoganson is not here, as convincing as I am. As spot on. As dead on. As 100% accurate. As me talking out of the side of my mouth is.
Yep. He was back.
He is back. He is. He didn't go anywhere.
That don't really that hasn't made sense to me yet. Okay.
We're still putting the pieces together.
I realize that. So was he went to Greece on his own. Somebody kidnapped him.
Clyde, maybe?
And took him to all places. Missouri.
Who's going to look for him in Missouri? Not me.
Exactly.
Not me. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to Missouri to look for John Black. That'd be the last place I think he is. So yeah. Hey everybody, it's Days for Dummies. Get out of that student union. Climb across the quad. The lecture hall doors are open. It's time to settle in. The syllabus is deep. There's so much to talk about. This is a podcast about days of our lives. I'm Matt.
I'm Kat.
Hi. Hey everybody. Say hello and to chat. Give us a little heart reaction. Give us a little click a doodle. Because not only are we covering days of our lives this week, but it's also my mother's birthday weekend.
It is. My birthday was yesterday.
Birthday, Ma.
Thank you. It was a good day.
Good. I'm glad that you had a good time. Family, food, probably maybe one gift at least.
Uh-huh.
Well, there you go. Look at that. It's a successful day.
Mm-hmm.
We love it.
It was a good time.
Well, Jeannie says happy birthday, Kat.
Thank you.
And you also got some love on Twitter too. I don't know if you had a chance to check that out.
I did a little bit yesterday.
So there you go. There you go. Messages received, everybody. Thank you very much for reaching out to us on Twitter at 10th Floor GH. If you're a follower, if you're not, give us one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So it was Mama Cat's birthday. So I shared a picture of you and cardboard cutout of Carly from General Hospital.
I saw.
Trying to have a little fun there.
Uh-huh.
And then on the chalkboard today, we've drawn a cake, we've drawn a cupcake. There's just nothing but sweets for you this morning in class. And we brought enough for everybody because we do pretend food here on the 10th floor. So everybody enjoy your frosted cupcake. The frosting flavor and the cake itself is whatever you want it to be because it's Peter Pan food from Hook.
There you go. Peter Pan food from Hook. What a great movie.
Well, happy birthday, Kat, says Jeannie. Happy birthday, says Laura. Happy birthday, says Sandra. And we're all here. We're all in class. We're ready to go. We're ready to talk about it. We're ready to talk more about John Black. Jeannie says, I think Drake needed some time off, so John went out of town. I think that makes perfect sense. We've heard a little bit of rumblings that he took a little break a doodle too, so... I mean, good God. I mean, the man's been on the show for 1,000 years. If the man wants to break, you give him a break.
He looks, of course, he looks like himself. You say, yeah, that's Drake, but he looks so different than when he was a young dude,
Oh, very much so.
Back in his young days, and he had his mullet going on and stuff.
Yes. Oh, Sandra recently celebrated a birthday too. Happy birthday, Sandra, at the beginning of the month.
All right.
Hey, look at that. It's just birthday central.
Cannot be denied.
Oh gosh, it's just birthday central here on 10th Floor Podcast, Days for Dummies. It's a good thing we brought the cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I don't even know if they're allowed to do that anymore because everybody's allergic to stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like in school, you can't do that.
No,
I used to bring cupcakes and stuff to y'all's classroom on your birthdays.
Because people now are allergic to gluten and to peanuts and to air and to sunshine.
Yeah, and they don't, and a lot of it is just a matter of they just don't want to give children sugar.
Well,
Try not to have sugar.
give the kids sugar. The kids deserve sugar. They love sugar.
I remember your sister. She even had that. She used to do like when she had her classroom and wasn't doing prep like she does now.
Hmm.
Um, she would have like a special pizza day, and like kids earned the special pizza day, and they have even made her stop doing that
Don't
because it
feed the
wasn't
kids.
healthy enough.
What? Okay, okay. I mean,
Not
healthy
even to give
foods are
pizza.
important.
Not even pizza, cheese
Of
pizza.
course, it's important, but you can also have the junk in moderation. Anyway,
They
anyway.
told her they told her that the only thing that she could give them going forward would be plain air popped popcorn. No salt, no nothing, just air popped popcorn and and um and juice boxes. That's it.
No wonder the kids are fighting each other all the time. Being a student is lame now.
And Melissa was like, "No thanks, they don't want that."
That is super boring.
It's
I
like
like, good God.
that's like a punishment lunch. It's not
Yeah,
a real.
remember after the sign language field trip, they took us to McDonald's? That wouldn't
Uh-huh.
happen anymore.
No.
Oh my God. Anyway. Laura says I think Drake would need several days off after how many retcons they've done to John's past. I don't know. This most recent one though, and that's been the most fun. All right, to wind up being Dick Van Dyke's kid, I think that I would
Yep.
want to just be like, so when are we getting him back? When's he coming back?
I would
I
love.
figured out my two-step.
I would love for Dick Van Dyke to come back on.
Like they're putting on like they need something. They're putting on a play. They're putting on the Horton Town Square ball. I don't know what's
Mhm.
going on, but they need something. They need two-step, and Dick Van Dyke is what they need.
Well, maybe. Well, we don't know. Have they shot? They shot the episode for Doug yet?
I believe so. I think they filmed that a little bit ago now.
Okay. Well, maybe he's on that one.
Wouldn't it be neat? I don't know, because they didn't have time to play together, unless they're gonna say, "Oh, I knew him." As it turns out, why, gosh, Mary Poppins, I knew him. I knew him in my youth. You know, I don't know. I got to settle on a Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah. So, they did have that scene in the hospital with Julie,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Doug,
Mm-hmm.
and Dick
And
Van
Dick
Dyke.
Van Dyke, where he was singing, they were singing. He
Yes.
was a
And he and
dancing, she was a
Julie,
dancing.
he and Julie did a little soft shuffle, little two-steppy,
Mm-hmm.
thing. Maybe he will come back for that episode.
What? So yeah, that is true. They did have that little connection there. They'll come back, sing a little song, a little,
Exactly.
a little. Well, I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Thank you for the memories, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Schools have changed, says Sandra, and she also follows up with Drake is looking older, but looking more like Dick Van Dyke. So there you go. Look at that. It's all working together. It's because they're good friends. They've been hanging out together for so long that they just started to meld features.
I wonder if I know they used to go to the same gym, and that's how they met each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to the same gym. I wonder if that's still the case.
I don't know. I mean, I hope so.
Man,
I would hope
it
so.
just blows me away the fact that that Dick Van Dyke is as old as he is, and he still goes to the gym.
Well, that's why
wonderful.
he's as old as he is.
I know, but it was just it seems like even if you're in really great health, that getting at that number.
I mean, yeah, I remember David Letterman, and this was 20 years ago, if not more now. He's never been a hefty fat guy. He's never been somebody that I would consider out of shape. He's always been kind of a thin dude.
Mm-hmm.
Still needed a quadruple bypass. I remember him having to take his time off the show when I was watching it because he had the quadruple bypass.
Yep.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild. Go to the doctor, everybody.
You have to have that done now. It's pretty commonplace, but at the same time, there's so many other things that can be done that wasn't available before. Stents, angioplasty, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Technique has improved, everybody. So go see your doctor.
Whereas things like stents and angioplasty and stuff like that wasn't in place, and you'd have to have open heart surgery and bypass
Mm-hmm.
more readily than you would today. So the blockage has to be in a bad damn spot.
Yeah.
You have to have that bypass.
Yes.
As being a bad spot.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, well, hopefully Drake didn't need one of those.
Hopefully
I
not.
hope he just wanted to go take a nap, as elderly people do. But it's
He
good.
wasn't gone that long,
No,
really.
he was gone just a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Really, in the grand scheme.
Maybe a month.
Maybe, I don't know. Because, he went to Greece, right? So just to recap the story, he went to Greece to go say goodbye to Katerina's spirit, essentially.
Yeah.
And apparently he got roughed up and kidnapped. Nobody heard from him in a little bit. So Steve went to go check it out. And he's like, I can't find him, Marlena. He's just a gone. And as he's explaining, he's just a gone. He gets a phone call. I'm back, babe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. They found me.
Yeah.
Chad and Jack. Chad, John, and Steve.
Yeah. That was weird, wasn't it? It was so weird.
America. Chad, Jack, John, and Steve hunting down a Clyde. I love it.
It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. We're gonna find out why later, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those shocking revelations, a twist, a turn that we didn't see coming. We thought they were gonna find Abigail behind that door, but no, they found John Black and potentially Abigail.
I think that's gonna wind up being Abigail.
Well, the classic soap fashion had an accident. Her face has been rearranged. Her nose is now on her forehead. Her lips are on her ears. And she speaks through a hole in her throat like that.
Isn't it interesting how every time on television that somebody has this, face change, big, huge surgery to save them.
Right.
And then they come out of it looking beautiful and like, you would think if your face was so injured that you don't even look like yourself at all.
We have already had an example of somebody on a soap who is a real life version of what it would look like to have the traumatic facial injury, I'll say, and what it looks like after the plastic surgery. And that was brought from All My Children.
Mm-hmm.
We got to bring in Brott and Jesse Hubbard to kind of boost the Salem PD ranks here. We pretty much just got Jada working the beat.
Yeah.
I feel like they decided to make Clyde the king of villains, involved in so many storylines, says Sandra. Oh yeah, he's their main villain right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's the really, really villain people that they have, super villains, are not there for very long. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I considered, wasn't her name Whitley?
Yeah, Crazy Nurse Whitley.
She was crazy villain, but not on that long.
No, just a couple of months.
Not really.
Constantine.
He was on for a while.
Oh, Constantine, I miss him so much. I'm sorry that you got shot by Xander. He needs to come back in ghost form, hunting Connie and telling her what to do. Come on, Connie. I miss it.
Yes. So he was, he was a super villain.
Mm-hmm,
but it seems like days on, they bring on super villains and they kill them off.
So here's the problem I think that they have. I think what happened was they had a Stefano Tamara and they had a Victor Kiriakis, and they were pulling it big time when it came to hardcore villainy in Days of Our Lives in Salem. And after losing those two actors, I know it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a number of years since Stefano. It's been a number of years since Victor. But also at the same time, it doesn't seem like they've been able to really find somebody to fill that pocket.
No.
So they're trying it with Clyde right now. I don't know. There's something a little
menacing
about it.
Family, though, like the menace in the family.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the menace in the family through Harris is Kristen.
Oh, yes, definitely. Kristen. Definitely.
She is the villain of the Damaris.
Oh, 100%. 100%. She can do whatever she wants to whoever she wants. It doesn't matter if you got the last name Demira or not.
And it seems like for the Kiriakises, the biggest villain, even though he's not right now, not really. But from his reputation though is quite bad. Mr. Xander.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Moneybags.
Very much a reformed villain.
Yes.
Will it
But
stick? Now that he's got all this money, all this power, all this influence.
oh, you know what? He's gonna. His mother is horrid.
Sandra agrees. Kristen, double thumbs up.
Uh-huh.
Sandra says Stefano was a much more quintessential villain than Victor was. And there we go. Quintessential is a good word. We don't have a quintessential Days villain.
Well, when I think of like big villains on, because we weren't watching at the time, so we didn't catch all that villainy of there.
No,
We didn't catch all that.
Jeannie suggests that EJ had been pretty bad when Stefano was alive, so maybe EJ can become the super baddie of the whole show.
He's bad right now.
He's real bad right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's real bad right now. I was I was recording with James Lott Jr.'s audio drama arm of his JLJ Media thing, in which we're doing Fairview Heights, a spinoff of Fairview Heights, which is very soapy and also very gay. But I play somebody with some underhanded tactics, a little EJ Demira, maybe a little Ava Jerome type of influence, right?
Oh boy.
It's super intriguing. But I was looking at the lines and I was thinking about it because I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this thing. I'm absorbing the plot. I'm learning the character. I'm figuring out who Brandon, the character's name, is.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it because I'm doing the thing. I'm manipulating here. I'm manipulating there. I'm pushing my agenda here. I'm burying the body there. Proverbially. The metaphorical body over there. And then I also have like this really like, I love you scene with the guy that he enjoys. Because like I said, it's super gay. And to make a very drawn out story pretty short, I had to figure out why somebody would like this person. If I'm doing this, that, there's got to be something else to them that's drawing in this other person, especially when they're the good guy. So I think of people like Nicole, who hasn't always been the good guy, of course, but she's been the good guy for the time that we were watching.
Yep.
And we've also been seeing EJ be the bad guy the entire time we're watching. But there's got to be something. Same thing with Sloane and Eric, like there had to be something about Sloane that Eric enjoyed. I don't know.
Well, I think he probably enjoyed her quite a bit from the neck down.
He's a priest, mother. He would never belittle somebody to such base
Sloane was sexy.
Is that really all that she brought?
That's all I saw.
She definitely didn't like that baby.
No, she was terrible to the baby. She took care of the baby, but she didn't. I didn't find that she was all that nurturing to it.
No, not.
She took care of its needs, took care of the baby's needs, but did she ever go? None of that.
And then she, that whole family has been destroyed, and it's all Dimitri's fault. Okay, Nicole's gone. That marriage is over. EJ's alone. Eric has left town. Sloane has left town. Jude's not even living in Salem anymore. Oh my God, what an implosion. Holy smokes. I'm kind of all putting that together. That whole thing was just nuclear. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, good for you, Matt, says Laura. Well, thank you very much. Is that a new thing, voicing audio with James? Yeah, so JLJ Media, look it up. There's a number of audio dramas out there. Just do a search in your podcaster. They'll all come up.
Yep.
Mistletoe Road, Fairview Heights, email, so on and so forth.
Yep.
Let's see. So casting Body and Soul, Ma. Let's talk about some Body and Soul. Let's cast some roles.
Okay.
I don't really know what the roles in Body and Soul are, but we have two.
Well, the impression I get, Body and Soul, is Days of Our Lives.
Pretty much, right? I mean, with Johnny this week alone, with this
Yes.
okay, let's watch some old stuff on Peacock, essentially, right? We're gonna watch some old Peacock. And then he goes,
They
man,
even worked
this
in
reminds...
Days of Our Lives into the dialogue.
Exactly. He's like, oh man, this reminds me of our crazy topsy-turvy upside down life in Salem. Man, these really are the days of our lives, isn't it, Jada? Goodness. Oh my God. Oh
Yeah, it
my
was corny,
goodness.
huh?
It was
Corny but
so
fun.
dumb. It was so dumb, and I loved every moment of it.
I
That's the
loved it too.
thing. That's the thing. I really do not tune in Days of Our Lives for normal soap cadence. I mean, even with like Chanel's pregnancy, for example, that's a pretty standard soap story. I'm
Hmm.
pregnant. There's a problem. Oh no, it didn't work out, right?
Hmm.
ABC, boom, 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 up and down, done in a summer. Classic. Classic. I can always tell when you get distracted by something. But
Turn it off.
sorry. So classic, classic, classic. But this entire time, I'm like, okay, irradiated Hulk, baby, radiation, radioactive. Paulina rushing out on a snowmobile to go save Chanel from the avalanche, from the storm, from the blizzard, from the snow. Like those details. Radioactive Paulina on a snowmobile. That is what I watch Days of Our Lives for.
It reminded me, Paulina in the snowmobile
Mm-hmm.
reminded me of The Shining.
It's old Dick Halloran. Just before Jack gets him.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh, you're totally right. Oh my gosh. So that's what I watch Days of Our Lives for. So give me the goofy, give me the nonsense, give me the crazy, give me the body and soul, give me the hattie, give me the
Uh-huh.
meta humor, as uncomfortable as it might make some of the audience members hearing such dialogue like we want to avoid a lawsuit. It's also kind of funny.
Hmm.
Kinda, just
So
don't be
Body
so
and
sensitive.
Soul, Leo writing for Body and Soul is perfect.
Oh yes, it's perfect. So okay, so
It's perfect.
as we discussed before we hit the on button, Laura laughing at a Shining reference. Um, as we were talking about before we hit the on button, they stuck Leo in drag just to have him in that terrible red wig.
I know, and I don't know how I feel about that actually.
So it doesn't seem like there was much purpose to it other than I want to be Tootsie. Remember Dustin Hoffman?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I get the joke,
Hmm. I do
but
too.
timing is also important in humor. And the
Hmm.
timing wasn't there. It wasn't the time for that joke. I'm
Yeah,
not offended. I'm not bothered by it. Stick him in drag all you want. But it just it served no purpose.
it didn't.
Because he could have come in
It
being
didn't.
like his Young and the Restless dude. Wouldn't that have been funny? He's like, oh, I got a character in mind, and he's just straight laced, whatever that Y&R guy's like.
Yep.
You know,
That would be funny.
that would have been super funny. That would have been super funny. So I mean, that's the direction I might have
But
gone in.
he writing for Body and Soul is perfect.
Oh, I mean,
And
it's totally
no,
correct.
and I didn't realize until we saw the scene of Hattie and Bonnie at the pub.
Hmm.
I guess they used to be cellmates.
Yeah, apparently they were locked up and incarcerated together. I didn't do any research on that.
So Bonnie was in jail before.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine 99% of this cast has spent some time in Pigeon Hollow Jail or whatever the hell it's called.
So
Shinyton Prison. I never remember.
but I enjoy I hope Deidre is enjoying Hattie as much as I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Sandra, a double thumbs down. That episode that day was truly one of the worst, and I've watched for many, many years. Says Sandra. I'm assuming she's talking about radioactive Paulina on a snowmobile. Come on, Sandra. It's just so dumb.
But all right though. All right though. It made me think of something from this week, and I have to give her some props, okay?
Yeah.
Jackie.
Yes.
The scene she had with Jada where she's talking to her and advising her,
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't so over the top
No.
like she often is. And I really enjoyed the scene because the character, Paulina's character, is just a little, I don't know,
Over the top.
a little over the top, yes. And when she just kind of honed it in a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was great acting, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Because,
think that she really wants to bring it. Remember we were talking about to her days last year,
mm-hmm,
and the question of, well, Angela was asking everybody, what's your dream role? What would you love to play one day, right? And so
mm-hmm.
many of the actresses were like, I want to play a man, a real man with a dingleberry, all that kind of stuff, right? Uh,
Yeah.
and Jack A said the same thing, but like the level of like artistry that was behind the response, I was like, well, I've
Mm-hmm,
done this and I've kind of been in this lane for so long. It would be so
mm-hmm.
interesting to do a complete departure and yada yada. And yeah, so I think that there's a lot of desire in her to not do the apartment 227, Jack A that we all know. Because that's not who she really is. That's the characterization that she became famous for.
Right,
Like
right.
Charles Shaughnessy and that voice. That's not his real voice, but that's the one he uses in everything because that's what they expect.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
A drunk sailor sometimes just falling off the pier. I should never have allowed Teresa to hold on to that briefcase. I completely ruined that man's life. Mm-hmm.
Daughter did.
So he's going to show. So Teresa's going to jail for 6 months. Gwen doesn't. We didn't get our Gwen scene
No.
where Teresa walks into the jail cell and Gwen walks out of the prison.
I guess Emily O'Brien is not working there
I
currently.
guess not.
Or maybe she's back working since they're so far ahead. She could be back, have a couple of months in the
Goodness.
can.
When it comes to Days of Our Lives, like off the show, it doesn't really mean it, right? Because you could be back at a moment's notice. But she posted up a little something saying that she's bummed. She's bummed that she's not on the show currently. Now, currently could mean in the current airwaves. Currently could mean right now on August 11th. I can't confirm one way or the other. But she did say that she's bummed. So you can take that as a confirmation that we're at least not going to see her for a while.
Yeah,
Few
doesn't
weeks
look like it.
at the minimum.
Doesn't look
Jeannie
like
agrees. When Paulina's not yelling, she is way better.
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I just thought the scene was good. I thought it was the best uh example of acting I've seen from her.
Oh, okay. Look at look at you. She's trying to get an Emmy. She's trying to get that Emmy nomination. Days of Our Lives is. Sandra says, I lived through many stories. Alien twins in a pod. The Salem stalker obliterating everyone. Eugene and Calliope and Ruth Buzzy. Days has gone many places. I know that Eugene is played by Q from Star Trek.
Really?
Yeah, John Delancey.
I remember Q.
And then Calliope is a name. We met Calliope, didn't we? Was she on, or maybe I read about her? I don't know. Sometimes it's a little confusing.
Yeah, I don't recall.
I guess I don't think. Never mind. We didn't. We ran into a Susan. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's who we ran into.
Susan.
But Sandra remains a true fan, and we love that. We love that here at Dates for Dummies, Sandra.
I enjoy it. I watch it every single morning. As soon as it's available, 6 a.m. I'm watching.
So we can see things like Stephanie and Alex getting over their previous romances immediately, and giving them the googly eyes for one another once again. Living across that hall. Now we don't have to worry about Chad and the kids.
No. And breaking plates make you feel so much better.
Oh my gosh, you just let it out.
I thought Stephanie. I thought that
Arlene Sorkin. That's why I know the name Calliope. Sorry.
I thought that Stephanie should be a little more sad right now, I guess.
I mean, she is kind of sad.
Because Everett is dead.
She's telling everybody that's for sure. Everybody's like, because everybody's like, hey, yeah, you and that Everett, you two, I think you two got a future. She's like, no, we don't. He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
He died. He unalived himself. is what we need to say on YouTube.
Yep,
But that's what happened.
that's what happened. But that's not what happened.
No,
That's what
no.
happened.
As we all know, Connie drugged his latte. Thank you, Days of Our
Mhm.
Lives.
Now,
Um,
why wouldn't they
it is
do it?
out.
I don't understand this. And I know it's soap opera, you just got to go with it. But you think that they would have did some kind of like, screening on his body
I
and found
guess.
out that perhaps the drug from the bottle that he didn't actually take is not what poisoned him. And all they have to do is do a little panel on him, and that they would see that indeed he was poisoned with something else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
So
now
yeah.
the half empty cup is not even around anymore.
No, no. So so toxicology takes a number of weeks to come back. My guess is that the Salem PD, the SPD,
Mm-hmm.
is so ridiculously understaffed
Mm-hmm.
that they just don't do that unless they suspect foul play, and they hadn't suspected foul play until very recently.
Yeah.
And it's not even really a suspecting it, but more of a suspicion that.
Yes. 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 Because yeah, Jada, she's starting to really like pick apart that letter, and it just doesn't feel like it's from his pen.
This doesn't sound like him.
Yeah, and
This
and
doesn't
the
seem
fact
like
that
how he writes.
but being typed, being put
Hmm.
into a computer, not written on paper, which I find highly weird too, because I would think that when someone does that to themselves, typically it's probably a much more personal note and
I'm gonna send
handwritten.
myself on a live email.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been pushed to that sort of mindset, so I really cannot relate to somebody who might want to jot their ideas in however way that they need to. But if the police in Salem say that that's suspicious, then I'm gonna go with it. It's suspicious. Just to finish off, when it comes to Calliope, she was played by Arlene Sorkin, who is famous for providing the voice to Harley Quinn, Miss Harley Quinn from Batman. Apparently, the character of Calliope and the character of Harley Quinn from Batman are very similar to one another due to the influence of the highly respected Arlene Sorkin by the animators of Batman the Animated Series. And we all know that Harley Quinn is now a very famous superhero character.
Yep.
To close the loop on that.
Mm-hmm.
So Steph and Alex, they're making it quick. They're gonna be doing it over Egos in no time. Um,
I'm feeling.
but you know, I mean, I also wrote down here that this sort of symbolizes Alex's return to normal life.
Yep. Yep. And I thought it was kind of cool that how they explained that too, that that his apartment was just ready to walk right back into because he didn't do anything when he left.
Good thing I held on to that lease. Good thing I
I
held
mean, he
on to
just
that
kind of
lease.
locked the door and walked out. He explained that I didn't really have to do anything. I
Just left it. I just
just left
left
it.
my old life behind, and it was
Yeah.
frozen in time.
Yeah, and he was busy with being CEO and stuff, and
Hmm.
busy, and busy loving on Teresa.
Anybody, Teresa and Kristen,
Yeah, yeah,
and the maid, and the
yeah,
housekeeper, and the
yeah.
butler.
One of the funniest things when was Kristen like kicked him out of bed. That was hilarious, actually. She's like, "I'm done with you.
Laura can't believe that they still
We're
keep.
not friends, and the benefits are over."
Move right along, young Alex. I still can't believe, says Laura, I still can't believe that they killed Bobby Everett. There were so many questions unanswered.
I was surprised too. I did not think they were going to kill him.
I feel like if he's dead, then they were just like,
Yeah,
this isn't working for me anymore. You're sorry, Blake.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because if
That's what
it's
it seemed. I thought they were going to. I thought they were going to have him be cured.
no,
I did. I thought he
instead,
was going to, he was going to integrate and he was going to be cured and all that. I did.
no,
I thought
instead.
maybe they would, bring his kooky parent or something, and maybe it turned out to be his Clyde was his dad.
My boy,
I don't know.
my boy, it's been so long since I gazed upon you, my boy. I'm so happy to
So,
finally see you. I could play Clyde Weston. My hair's almost gray enough. Yeah, there was a lot of unanswered questions about Bobby Everett. Do we really need the answers? Nah. Would it be nice to have them? Sure. Uh,
what we do have to, what storyline we do have to have some answers. We need some answers about the Abigail stuff.
oh yeah, and we're gonna be getting them for sure. She's gonna think she's Abigail. She's gonna be Abigail until they want the real Abigail to come back. Until some other previous actress who had played Abigail is interested in returning to Days. This will be Abigail. This will be Abby. And then it will turn out that she's not Abby, Jason Drew style from General Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Jeannie says no.
No.
Do we really need the answers about Blake? About Everett Bobby? No.
No, not really, really. I was just surprised they killed him off.
Yeah, no,
And
totally. I mean,
I
it
think
isn't the resolution we expected.
now I expect for Connie to be dead eventually.
So yeah, that or no, when it comes to Connie, she might just be locked up.
Yeah, and
Because
I don't
they do
know,
like to just they do like to hold characters in prison until they need them again.
Yes, they do. Days is big for that, putting people in jail until they're ready to use them again. Yeah, they do it a lot.
She must have had plastic surgery. I think that's what they said on the show, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna next it. My face has been rearranged.
As it hurt, she was disfigured.
I've been disfigured horribly. Something happened to me. I was stabbed, and then they had to change my face.
Yeah.
Right in the back. Oh, so Connie, crazy Connie. Oh, Connie, you're nuts. Connie
is
talking to
crazy.
Ghost Lee, continuing to talk to Ghost Lee, is continuing to taunt her to a degree. And then she walks into the bedroom with his cutout, his cardboard cutout of Leishan. I have so many in-world questions about the fact that she's got a cardboard cutout of Leishan. I know how they exist. I know there's a Remington Hoffman cardboard cutout that you can get somewhere, I'm sure.
Probably is.
How does one exist in the world of Salem, is my question.
Well, I think Connie had it manufactured.
It's custom made from a photo that she had of Lee.
She had it custom made. Crazy Connie did.
Again, folks, this is the type of nut job that I want on my Days of Our Lives, okay?
And she moved into that apartment as well.
Yeah. Yes. The one he was killed in, right?
Yes.
Oh, God, I love it. Connie, you are absolutely out of your mind bonkers, okay? Not only are you stabbing folks, but you're also just blowing up secrets, okay? You've decided that Gabby and Stefan are in your eye line, are in your sights, are in your target. And, well, you better be successful, Connie, because if you're not, this is going to be the last caper you try to pull off.
Right. And she's getting messier and messier and messier.
Now she's blurting stuff out.
The way that she approached, was it
Gabby?
No, Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny and Chanel, with the way she approached them in the square, I mean, she just kind of went off on, she didn't know them. She just kind of went off on something she overheard as they sat there. And it was, so it was, she's getting messy.
She is losing her control.
Right. And I noticed the last time Lee talked to her in her brain, of course, but he actually had a little bit of he was trying to a little bit of conscious, a little bit.
Her own insanity is like, whoa, lady, you need to back off.
Yes. Excuse
me. Connie moved into Lee's apartment, really? I mean, sort of. She moved into the apartment that Lee was killed in, but it's really Tripp and Wendy's apartment.
Yes, but he did live there.
But he did live there when he died. Actually, there was a number of deaths. There was Gil. There was Lee, kind of back to back in that apartment. Wendy and Tripp lived in that apartment. But I remember when we were at Dave Days last year, we were
Mm-hmm.
talking to Trip, and he
Uh-huh.
mentioned that is Allie's apartment that he inherited from her when she left the show.
Oh.
So I don't know how it became available to rent,
Mm-hmm.
but it did.
Yeah.
And Connie is in it. I guess because Trip and Wendy went to China, right?
Yeah, I almost forgot about them already.
Oh my gosh, Mom, really? This is Steve
Huh.
Johnson's son.
I know.
Oh goodness. Well, they need to come back so you don't forget. Years ago, it was Sammy and Rafe's old loft, says Jeannie. There's been a lot of people living in that space. A lot
Mm.
of ghosts, a lot of memories, a lot of skeletons in those closets.
Rafe is going to wake up, I think. I'm surprised that Connie hasn't went back in there and tried to kill him again.
She's gonna smother him or something. Just with a
Mm-hmm.
pillow. She's gonna introduce like a killer bee or something and just let it into the room. Come on, Ron. I know you're not writing for the show anymore, but listen to me. Do this. Go back in time and have Connie put a killer bee in Rafe's room. See what happens.
I wonder when, well, it's going to be several months before Ron,
A long time. Long, long,
a
long
long
time,
time,
they say.
a long time.
Long, long,
I,
long time.
I actually, I'm not a fan of them being so far ahead.
Because you know this stuff, and now you can wait. Like they said Sammy's coming back, but she's
Mm-hmm.
not coming back for a long, long, long time too. So now we have a
Right,
long, long, long time to wait for Sammy
right.
appearance because we already know what's happening.
I like that, I like the fact that I heard that Jonathan Jackson's coming back to General Hospital, and I know that he will indeed be back on in the next
It's
few
getting
weeks.
close. It's getting close. They're even
Got to
saying,
get
"Hey,
close.
like they took a picture of him on set, and he's like, stay tuned, guys. I'm coming back."
Yeah. So and you can kind of gauge that from when the time that Steve said he was coming back and then he showed up.
Yeah.
It was just 6 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Rafe is still clinging to life. Rafe is still in a coma. So if you want to
Yes.
consider that clinging to life, then I guess, yeah. Now Jeannie really needs him to wake up because she likes herself a little Galen.
Yeah, me too. Very good looking guy.
Oh
Really good looking
gosh.
guy.
Oh goodness. Yeah. So yeah. He'll wake up. He must be taking a break too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just maybe he's getting some rest. Maybe he's visiting France.
Maybe.
Maybe he went there before the Olympics.
Maybe.
Maybe he is backpacking across Taiwan. I don't know. I'm making stuff up here. I'm thinking about what people might do with their time.
I tell you who needs to have his head examined and really, really needs to like calm down. And my gosh, Brady, come on.
I have no explanation for Brady. I have no soap interpretation. I have no writing style. I have no interpretation of crazy drug induced and beer bottle glasses, whatever they talk about. I can't even form a sentence. What the heck?
Brady, it cracked me up too when he opened his eyes. Xander's mom.
And then he's like boffing her, and then he's also like, but I hate your son and I hate you.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, Brady? I just feel so bad about myself because I threw in with blah 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 blah. Goodness.
And
Goodness.
then we had to see them kiss. It was not good. I don't want to see the love scene, the love making of Brady and Fiona. I don't want to see it.
And then I'm trying to think about too, and this isn't a heavy criticism, whatever, it's a dumb show, but I'm also trying to figure out well, what's gonna what's the point? What is this gonna be? What is this gonna lead to? How does this help the next story? And I have no idea. I've got no clue.
Well,
No clue.
I think what might happen, I think maybe Xander will, he'll get pretty full of power and stuff like that. But maybe he's gonna think, well, being good hasn't been all that gratifying and hasn't worked out very well, and nothing's going my way anyway.
So I quit. I quit being good, Sarah. I quit it. Instead, I'm going to be bad again. I have the resources.
And of course, Fiona and she's just now started talking to her son again, and she's already encouraging him to, have his nose up in the air and stuff.
Oh, well, apparently there's a preview out already that answers all of these questions, because Days of Our Lives can't just let us wait for the weekend, I guess. Jeannie reports. Moderator Jeannie. TA Jeannie, thank you very much, Jeannie. The car crash in the promo. Fiona with Brady drunk and passed out, getting a car accident by hitting Xander and Sarah.
Oh my gosh.
Sarah, you have to survive for Victoria. Week? Yes. Apparently.
Why do they spoil it? Like, why do they put the big spoilers on?
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big one to let us know, like that should be a shock.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, did you see Days? It's like somebody falling out a window. Oh my God, But hey, whatever. They're trying to get people to watch, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Well, that's going to be different, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess Fiona masking her alcoholism will not last much longer.
Certainly not. They're both going to fail that breathalyzer.
Yeah, they are.
Breast, blood, or urine. No thanks, I'm full.
Oh, boy.
Mighty Ducks. Emilio Estevez. It's another Matthew reference. We're waiting for Fiona's Mac story, says Sandra. I guess we don't know much about Fiona yet.
No, not them. Not that much.
This is my mother Fiona, my father Titus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sarah. when I see Paul Telfer, hopefully again very soon, should I do that voice? Should I be like, oh, Paul Telfer, please say Sarah for me? Should I do that and see if he likes it? Please say Sarah. I'm going to record it. Sarah, say it, Sarah.
Yeah, I think you should.
I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. As if the drunk driving story hasn't been done so many times on Days, says Sandra. Along with the accident, anytime someone gets in a car. I think that's pretty par for the course for like any kind of soap, though. There are lots of car accidents. Yeah. Even the show Smallville. I watched the show Smallville a long time ago. I mean, that's another 20-year-old show. Good God, I need to watch recent TV. And that was such a overused plot device. Was car accident. Somebody hits Superman with a car. Somebody gets in a car accident. Superman has to prevent a car accident. Goodness gracious. It's easy drama. It's also something that can happen at any time.
That's true.
I mean, if you look at the Los Angeles map, the traffic map in LA during commute hours, you will see that's entirely possible for Nicole and Brady and Xander and Sarah to all be in car accidents within the vicinity and time frame of one another, because it just seems to happen a lot.
Yeah, especially down there.
But yeah, it's done a lot. They could have. I mean, they can come up with something else. I think that budgets has a lot to do with it. Like, well, what do we have access to that can be an accident? What can we do that's a big mistake? You can't shove somebody off a building.
No, and they already spent money. See, all that stuff cost a lot of money. Special effects cost a lot of money. When they burned down the Horton house, that was probably the budget for that kind of stuff of the year.
Probably. So yeah, I mean, they could do an accidental fire. They can do an accidental tasing. Like I'm it's tough. I think budget is the main reason why we would see so many car accidents over something else, because you can just you have your car set and then you just take the camera and go, oh no, and have the actors go, ah.
Yep.
Oh, my John Schneider was in that 40-year-old fan find out shares politics, ticks me off. Oh, okay. My John Schneider was in that Smallville.
Oh.
Jeannie's a 40-year fan of his, though she doesn't agree with his politics.
Oh.
Boom. Decoded the
Yeah.
riddle. Jeannie, I figured it out because I'm smart.
I know what you're talking about.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. He's one of them. He's one of them Duke boys.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess with this car accident, that'll be it. That'll be it for the drunk story. Or at least it'll be the grand revelation. And without Teresa there to be like, Brady, what are you doing? What's gonna happen? Is Tate gonna have to come back to town again?
He might.
Is Sophia going to slip Brady a cocktail? A margarita? Give him a little flask of whiskey. Where's Rachel?
Well,
Where's
Rachel's
Rachel? Where's some Rachel
get...
POV? I want to know what she thinks about all this. I don't know. I'm still here.
Went weird for a second. Okay.
Where's Rachel? I want her POV. I want to know what she thinks about this. I want her to march in to her daddy in a hospital bed in Salem University Hospital, which is just down the hall from this classroom. March in there and be like, Daddy, I'm going to live with Mommy until you can clean your life up. Daddy? Yeah, baby. Daddy? Yeah. I'm going to go live with Mommy because you're a drunk and I can smell it on you. Aw. Mm-hmm.
Well, this accident will straighten Brady up. He'll be in trouble, but he'll get on, he'll jump back on the wagon for sure.
What happened? My life is totally falling apart. Now that the alcohol has been purged from my bloodstream because I haven't been able to replenish it, I can see what it is that I did. And he's going to do this thing. He's going to do this.
He does do that sometimes.
Yeah. He's going to do it. Fingers on the forehead. Just, oh, gosh, no.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
I don't know. It's the wild and wacky Salem. That's for dang sure. Things are out of control. I'm looking forward. I am looking forward to the next 6 months of show because Ron is on his way out, or it was on his way out during this time frame, and so it's like a president leaving office, right? Like,
yeah, but we won't see new writing for months.
No, I'm not worried about the new writing. I'm talking about the end of Ron's run writing, where it's like the president leaving office, right?
Okay.
And then they're not worried about re-election anymore.
Right.
And then they just start saying stuff. And they just start doing stuff. And I'm curious to see what it might look like.
Yeah. It'll look different for sure.
There's just presidential pardons you didn't see coming. Jokes that would not get you reelected, but they're dang funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it. I want to see it. I want to see it. And then I want to see the new stuff. I want to see the new stuff because the new stuff is going to be fresh. It's going to be inspired. It's going to be the manifestation of all of these ideas that people have had while working at the show, which is the wonderful part about hiring from within and elevating current writers to head writer status, is they've been working on it. They know the characters. They've been thinking, it'd be so cool if we could do this.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to do this. And you don't want to go into Ron's office and pitch 8 stories to him every day of the week. That's not your job. You're going to annoy him. You're going to find yourself out of the writer's room. So you pick and choose what you want to pitch. But that doesn't mean you don't have 7 other ideas behind the one that you decide to tell Ron about. And now that you're the lead writer, you get to enact all 7 of these ideas that Ron never even heard to begin with. And that is exciting, folks, and you should be excited for it.
I am.
And if you're not excited for it, you're fine. You're the exception to this. But if you're not excited about it, just kidding. I would never. Jeannie met John many times in the 80s at his country concerts.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's really cool. It's fun to meet people that you enjoy, to go see them outside of television. When we saw the day players,
he started a giant. He had started still going. I believe a big charity thing with Marie Osmond. They have lots and lots and lots of money.
Well, congratulations, Marie Osmond and John Schneider, for bringing money to people who need it for causes that need to be supported.
Miracle Network or something like that.
Oh gosh, that sounds really vague.
It's a big one. It's
sounds
huge.
Super vague though. What kind of miracles are they? Anyway, folks, we're getting out of here. Class dismissed. Leave Salem University. Go enjoy your weekends for 45 minutes, and then come back and hang out with us on the 10th floor at General Hospital. All right.
Yep.
So, like the video if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you had a good time. Subscribe to the channel anywhere. We're trying to push it up to that next milestone. We're pretty close. We're pretty close to the next milestone. So get to clicking the sub button if you haven't done it. You can follow us on Twitter at 10th floor GH, 10th floor GH on Twitter. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I don't. There's also Instagram, Threads, Facebook, all of that stuff. You find us. We're out there.
We're pretty easy to find.
We're out there. Just 10th floor podcast.
Yep.
And we're pretty easy to find. So do that. Happy birthday, Ma. The celebration continues at 11 a.m. for General Hospital. We're going to talk about the aftermath of falling out a window. We're going to talk about ghost visits.
Yes, we will.
All that and more on the 10th floor. So join us.
Yep.
So goodbye for now, Laura. See you later. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next week at 9 a.m. for more Days for Dummies.